Good evening to all the viewers. A slightly different show tonight. Gale Force Media are stretched all across the country. We have people in Galway, Cork, Kerry, Limerick, Dublin, and unfortunately, not everybody has made it home in time to be able to do the show. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a Q&A session tonight, as in, if you put your comments in, I'll answer the questions to the very, very best of my ability on what's gone on in the country, what's happening around the country, what information I have. Like I've no media. You've all seen the videos. You've all seen Whitegate. You've all seen Galway. You've all seen Dublin. You've all seen Foynes. Like I said, it's just going to be a Q&A session tonight. So bang the comments in. I'll answer the questions. I've no media for you. I've no anything for you. We're just going to basically talk for an hour in relation to what now, Irishman, as I say. What's next? And again, look, apologies that this is going out late, and I'm not advertising for any companies or anything like that. This is literally my work gear. It's warm, it's comfortable. I was out in the wet and cold in the rain today. I got back late. I'm not going beautifying myself or dressing up or anything like that. This is what I was wearing at the protest because it's warm, and that's pretty much it. I've sent out some messages to a few people out there. There's a couple of guys looking for a link to maybe might be interested in coming on and having a chat. And I'm literally just going to go through some comments there. Good evening to you as well. Good evening from Manchester. Excellent. I've got people over there. I got some family over there. All right, good. Hello to you. Paul is in transit. Look, Paul did a live from Dublin earlier on today. He's running around like a blue arse fly. He's doing on the ground interviews. He's trying to fucking make his way back home. The work that man does, and even just from running the show from last week, the work that man does on a mouse and two screens trying to keep all this shit running. He's amazing. He's some man. What's this? Yes, we're heard and we're not fucking happy. Boom, 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 boom. Like, shares, yeah, we do all that crazy times. Do you know what? It is fucking. Hang on, I was gonna put up this up. It is crazy times we're living in, and I spent the last 2 days down in Foynes, and I'm gonna go on a bit of a monologue here. I went down there. I'm originally from this area, so to speak, North Kerry, kind of, West Limerick. None of it's that far. I know a lot of people, I know a lot of bikers, I know a lot of fucking truck. I know a lot of men. And I set up. We went there. We set up, and we said, "Fuck it. What can we do? What's of benefit?" So we said, "Fuck it. We'll make tea and coffee all day." So we spent some money. You all know I have the stoves and the camping stuff and all that. I'm an outdoorsy kind of guy, so I have all that gear anyway. So we bought some fucking tea, coffee, water, whatever, and we made tea and coffee for the day. And we spoke to people. So important. No banners. No Ireland First banners. No Sinn Féin banners. No politics. No movement. No anything. Just conversations. The bones of 1,000 people, I'd say, we served, and conversations I had gave me hope, because we talked about chemtrails, we talked about the WEF, we talked about all of the things that we're all aware of that I thought Joe Normie wasn't aware of. They're all 100% aware. They know what's going on. Every single one of them. They know. But they didn't act until it hit them in the pocket. And you know what? that's okay too. That's fine too. Welcome on board. Welcome to the fight. Good people, good salt of the earth people. But when push came to shove, the organisers of fines, having seen what happened in Whitegate and having seen what happened in Galway, having seen what happened in Dublin, went. And believe it or not, I respect them for this. We're leaving on our terms. And everybody needs to take a pause and a think about that. And they did. Some will say, oh, they capitulated. They left on their terms. And I actually think, and I've been thinking about it all day, I really have been thinking about this all day long. Was it a capitulation? And having spoke to the guys who were there from day one, they always said it was going to be peaceful and they were not going to engage in violence with the guards. They said that from day one. They considered that as a loss. And they left. And about 250 bikers came down today and basically fucking made a lot of noise, fucking huge numbers down there. And they actually went, fuck ye, we're gone. And they left. And the cops were left standing around and they were bemused. Now, I know as a matter of fact, because I've seen them with my own two eyes, that the public order unit was there, the far side of Foynes, ready to move in. The local guards were still there, but there was loads of reinforcements brought in. The guard number was 3 times what it was yesterday. I still believe that's a win. I had to think about it. I genuinely had to think about it. But nah, fucking, they left on their own terms. They didn't engage with the state. They went, we did what we had to do. And then we went, we're not playing your fucking game. And they pulled out. And I drove back. I went to Limerick after, I missed it, but I tried to make the rolling protests in Limerick. But I met some friends in Limerick. And actually, on a positive note, the amount of food that was donated to Foynes was ridiculous. It was, you'd feed 1,000 people with it. Like, it was absolutely fantastic. Every single bit of food and drink that was left over went into Limerick and was given to good people that are going to distribute it out to the homeless network and the food table that they have in Limerick City. So people's generosity was fantastic. And every single bit of surplus that was there has gone into Limerick City and will be used to provide for Irish people who are struggling. It doesn't matter whether they're homeless or not. If you're struggling, I know, and a big shout out to Jim and Rachel. Thank you very much for taking that. And I know I know for a fact you're going to get that to where it needs to be. But yeah, look, it was a strange day. I've never felt the air lets out of, we'll say, like the air was let out of a balloon. I've had numerous hours to think about it now. I had 8 hours to think about it, and I went, that's a win. We didn't play the state's game. We did not play the state's game. I'm going to fire through some comments, and I know there's a couple of people looking for a link. I'm half retarded in relation to doing 2 things at once, so you'll have to humor me and bear with me just while I'm able to send out links, etc., etc. No, what's the list? I doubt it. I strongly doubt it. I have family in the Defence Forces. No, that is not something that is ever going to happen in this country. What's this? Was watching you live at 6 a.m. morning. I didn't know what was happening. Okay, cool. Freezing fresh. Yeah, hailstones hit Kerry there about 2 hours ago that, like, literally you could have picked up and thrown as snowballs. It's very, look, we all know what's going on with the weather. It's strange. It's strange. Evening from Belfast. How we doing? I'm just going to bang through another few of these. Obviously, I'm going to read them before I fire them up. The official government policy is to be distributed. Look, all I have to say is look at the post I put out on Twitter, Facebook, and TikTok today. I do not consent. I simply do not consent anymore. An Garda Síochána are a corporate entity. I will not be policed by a corporate entity. I refuse to be policed by a corporate entity. I'm a law-abiding citizen. I always have been. I kept up my end of the social contract. I worked my fucking ass off all my life. I reared 3 fantastic children. I was a good husband. I was married and fucking had my house bought when I was 23 years old. I've earned my right to say what I say. And this is why I say it with such confidence. I've earned my right. My children are fantastic human beings with a beautiful moral compass. Everything I did in my life was right. Have I made mistakes? Of course I have. Have I fallen? Of course I have. Have I sinned? Of course I have. I'm human. Yeah, to be human is to err. This is the reality of what we are. Did I ever stop? No. You keep going. You keep going. You keep going. You keep going. You do what is right. You make your apologies. You mend your bridges. You make amends for your faults. You do penance. I'm a huge man for penance. I love it. I love The Hangover. It's just funny when people go, "Oh, I'm dying of a hangover." That's your penance. There's nothing good in this life that doesn't come without a cost. So if you want to go out and have a good time, that's fine. But you do your penance in the morning, and you suffer that headache, and you suffer that dehydration, and go out and push yourself while you're in that weakened state. You learn so much about yourself. But the reality is, I kept up my end of the social contract. The system failed me and declared war on me 6 years ago. And I've been building, and I've been talking, and I've been X, Y, and Z. Now I'm ready to say I'm free enough now from the system to say, the jackboots of the state on Garda Síochána, you have no jurisdiction over me. It's as simple as that. But I'm a law-abiding citizen. I don't rob, I don't steal, I don't put harm onto others. So I'm okay. There's no reason in the world that An Garda Síochána should or would have any interest in me, because I'm not a criminal. I'm not a bad human being. I'm going to push against the system, but I also read and understand the Constitution. I know what my legal rights are. I'll never work outside of those because I'm not going to give them ammunition. So the simple reality is that if the jackboots of the state come after me, I know for a fact it will be illegally. And I put my statement out and I stand by it. And come at me. That's all I'll say. Now we go through, we said it was going to be Q&A session. I'm going to give me a second while I scroll through the comments. You can't shut them down because they're basically, it's the golden circle. The IPAS centres are literally a money laundering operation. So you're not going to be able to shut them out. Hi, Martin. Is there a plan to have a national candidate in each county if snap elections are called? The reality is, and here is the cold, hard truth. No nationalist party has the funding to run a candidate in every single county. Politics is a dirty, expensive business. Fine Gael, when they got into office the first time, the very first thing they did was shut off all the doors for new political parties to emerge, so to speak. So to fund naturally, you're not going to be able to do it. We're not a big enough country. What you need is a banner, so to speak, or a pure organization that everybody trusts. I don't know, has anybody realized it yet? The Nationalist bunch are a paranoid bunch that sorry, there was just some background noise there. A paranoid bunch that don't like each other and trust each other, etc., etc., etc. Until everybody's willing to drop the banners and just go, listen, it's for era, it's for the old gods, so to speak, that Christianity was laid down upon. Until we get to that point, no, you're not going to have a single party that can do 32 counties. money, ego, belief systems, etc., etc., etc. And you see, hey, I like that one. Miss Paul already. You should do. He's fucking fantastic. Paul is a fucking absolutely fantastic host and a wealth of knowledge. I'm just going to go through the comments again. And if you, I'm gonna jump off the camera once I catch up in the comments. I'm gonna jump off the camera and I'm gonna send an invite out to one or two guys and see if they want to come in and have a conversation. Please don't slide through. Yeah, but you look, that's what they do. Cops are counting all night long, so they count and count and count and count, and they wait and wait. And you have to remember, the guys who are counting and waiting are getting paid by the hour. So of course it's great for them. And they're standing there getting fucking 20 quid an hour. They're fucking 25 quid an hour. They're delighted. Of course they are. They'll wait until their numbers are bigger than yours and they move in. This is Shinzu, The Art of War. I've just read the book. It's very, very short, but it's absolutely fantastic. I'm just banging through these. And look, apologies for the pauses and stuff like that. Like I said, I'm on my own, so I'm going through the comments and trying to do a couple of other things as well. Accountability touch them. Yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't. You have to remember, the cops are they're close ranks. They're, you'll have younger guys that still play in the GA team, etc., etc. Yeah, but in most part, when I was growing up, not growing up actually, when I was an adult and I was a dad, and I was a young man. I used to like a quiet pint in the local pub, and it was the priest, the guard, the doctor were sitting at the end of the bar, and I just sit and listen to them talking shite, and it was brilliant. That used to be country living. That doesn't exist anymore. It's nothing is a vocation anymore. It's all just a salary. Where does it go now? The people I spoke to today, I said, do the same thing. Pick a town every week and just shut a town down. There's more than Cork, Limerick. Fine. There's more than the ports. Next weekend, everybody shut Athlone down. Weekend after, go down to Tralee, shut that down. Go to Cork then after that, shut that down. Head down to Waterford, shut that down. Wexford next weekend, shut that down. Athy next week. Travel around the country. Fucking take it nationwide. Shut one town down at a time. Constant disruption, constant motorways closed, a constant hurt on the state's coffers. That's the most important thing. If everybody goes back tomorrow morning and just decides to become a taxpayer and a serf again, that's on them. I won't be. Look, I'm already out of the system. I'm fine. I'm grand. Doesn't matter. I exited the system 3 years ago. Doesn't fucking matter to me. But if you care about your kids and care about your future, pick a town, get in a WhatsApp group, link in with these guys, hurt the state where it hurts, close down. There should be at least once a month, every archery into fucking Dublin City, every single motorway should be closed at least once a month. Literally, just fucking find out tractors that you can fucking bring up in the low loader that mean nothing to you, that you don't mind being towed away, and fuck them on the motorway. Simple as that. There's so many fucking broke down cars and pieces of shit vehicles. Throw them up in a low loader, bring them up the country, close down the archways, fuck them out in the street. Just cost the state money. And basically then, lads, any lad that goes out and tow him, name him and shame him. And the guards will find eventually that there's no fucking private company that will actually tow these things. And then they can bring the army out to tow them, and you can take pictures of the young lads in the army, and you can embarrass them and this, that, and the other. We're in a fucking propaganda war. And it's, look, people might like that kind of stuff, but if you want to win, you need to get dirty. Will the media truth? No, of course they won't. Of course they won't. They're fucking paid by the state. I'm going to bang through these again. Yeah, it's going to. I've intel. Yeah, diesel will be gone up 14 cent again in within 2 weeks. That's a fact. That's happening. There's nothing going to change that. Yeah, what's that one? Christophe said he continues on the way. Yeah, look, that's the do. Listen to me. The guards will tell you the sky is fucking green. and then arrest you for saying it's blue. This is the reality. They're not. These are not your friend. They are fucking corporate employees. And you have to understand this. They're no longer servants of the state. They are a corporate employee that are given a handbook of terms and conditions that you have to follow to stay in that company. I worked for multinationals for fucking 25 years. I understand this. I understand what they are. They're not servants of the state. They are employed. Your civil servant, your TD, is not a servant of the state. They are corporate employees following a handbook, terrified of losing their job. That's the reality. Protesters are peaceful, but the establishment are not. Correct. But the bikers, I'll tell you, look, I'll give you one thing. The boys came out in fucking force and fines. They were there in fucking numbers. They were there in numbers in Dublin. I have to pause there because I've got some feedback. So just humor me. Apologies. There's another screen working in the background that's normally on Bluetooth, and that started playing. Okay, a couple of more comments. Poland next execute. I doubt it. I doubt it. The EU side is funded bigger and better. Actually, if anybody has any info on the Hungarian elections, I'd really appreciate it. I own the J7 good stuff. Boom. I don't this. Sorry. Current comments. Mendels are proud and excited. Yeah, look. Any man who fucking took time off work and stood out in the cold, woman who stood out in the cold, fair fucks to you. 100%. You have my fucking respect. Simple as that. That's it. You know, everybody wants more. Go first. That's all I'd say to you. Go first. It's like saying from Jesus, let he who has never sinned, cast the first stone. Show me who's going to cast the first stone. I'll follow you. I will follow you. But am I going first? No. 20 years' time, maybe. Maybe I'll be the first man to go. But not now. Not now, unfortunately. People, yeah, it's been very positive in relation to people seeing how the system actually works. And it's been great. I feel bad for any honest man who got battered or pepper sprayed, but welcome to our world. Welcome to our world for the last 6 years. State using all the weapons in their arsenal. They are. But their stock is down. It's as simple as that. They lost. They may have regained the economics of the ports. They lost 100%. They lost. There's now a vacuum. This is where you need to be careful. There's now a vacuum there that Sinn Féin are trying to fill, and the Social Democrats are going to try and fill, and people before profit are going to try and fill. You now need to turn your attention to not fighting the government. You need to turn your attention to filling that vacuum. Do not allow people before profit only came to prominence through the water protests. Marxist communists weaponized people's upset over water charges and became a political entity. Now, what you need to do is you need to do the same thing they did, fill that void with nationalism, but pure nationalism, proper nationalism. If you allow Sinn Féin and all the other left parties to fill that void, they will be the next government. And our people, our society, our country, and our history will die. It's as simple as that. If that government comes into existence, I will have two choices. I will go to war or I will leave. It's as simple as that. So death or leave. That's it. That cannot be allowed to happen. So to anybody who's watching this or even watching it in future days, as you know, somebody clips this or anything like that, it doesn't matter what flavor nationalist you are. There's a hole there that has been created through the fuel crisis that needs to be filled. I don't care what your banner is. I don't care what your flag is. I don't care what your name is. I've said this from the very start of my journey. I will do this by myself, but if something better comes along, I will stand aside or I will offer my support. It's as simple as that. That has never changed. Show me what you got, people. Bear with me as sorry about that. Today, what's this one? There is tsunami in place. Oh yeah, look, in relation to economics, we're fucked anyway. Don't worry about that. There's fucking terrible things coming. Like I said, I've said it for ages. The only thing you're going to be able to trade in are small little pieces of lead. I have loads of them. How about you? Thanks, Teddy Eddie. Much appreciated. EU out. Yeah, that's the starting point. Yeah, regain sovereignty from the EU. Support the yeah, absolutely support the men and women of Ireland. Well, time today. Liz, my heart broke when they told me that they were. I'm not joking. You've no idea. I was there with a colleague. We worked so many hours yesterday, and then we actually spent money and prepped for today, and we were going right. This is gonna. We need to get ready for the. I won't talk about it, but you know, I'm ready and organized. And do we have this and do we have that? And you know what I mean? Fucking eye wash and if we got goggles and blah 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 blah. If it goes down that route and stuff like that, and we were all geared up. And then we had the basic stuff just to keep people fed and watered, so to speak. But when one of the guys there who was involved came and said, "No, yeah, look, the vote was had this morning. It's done. We're winding down. We're going to do an exit. All the bikers are going to go first, and fucking trucks will come after, and and that's the way we've decided to do it." And I was empty. I was angry and empty, and just literally fucking. I was there, and I can't believe. But in hindsight, when you get time to think about it, they left after doing their job. I was speaking to a guy who was just out of camping gear and stoves. We had the same kind of stove, and we were comparing camping kettles and all this kind of guy who lives out of the back of his lorry kind of thing, you know, when he's on the road. And he'd been there since Tuesday. And he kind of said, look, job done. Job done. We did what we had to do. We shut down the port. We cost the state a huge amount of money. We made our point, and we didn't allow them to bully us, intimidate us, or remove us. We stuck a finger up at them and said, fuck you. You're going to have to pay your POU for nothing, because we're going. And they're going regrouping, and there's another plan there, and that's it. So, you know, it's not the win people want, still a fucking win. Simple as that. Still, and look, I don't care what you think about politicians or political people in general. Richard O'Donoghue played a fucking blinder down there, and not as a politician, as a man. I was talking to him a small bit. I was literally just fucking had my stoves out and was making people tea and coffee, and I spoke to him and shook his hand and said hello and we don't know each other from Adam. But then I listened to how he was talking and what conversations he was having with other people while he's having tea and coffee. Yeah, he's just a man. He's just a man. Simple as that. That's it. I heard a man talking about problems that hurt him and hurt people around him and how we'd solve it. So no, I can't criticize anything about the man. I can't criticize anything about the organization. Can't criticize anything about the protest in general. It was it was very, very, very well done. I know people want violence. I want violence, but at the end of the day, no, it was perfectly done. And in hindsight, their withdrawal, their exit to leave the public order unit twiddling their thumbs with nothing to do, it actually was a fucking smart move. It was a very, very, very good move. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna bang through a few more comments. Bum. Limerick people, one second now. I want to show that. Click, click, click. Limerick people show up. The Limerick protest was fantastic. I only caught the end of it, and I met some colleagues in there who are the food we brought from Foynes. They're donating that to the Limerick homeless table that operates in the city. So fair fucks to them. Yeah, and I heard there was great numbers. Like, I just, funnily enough, here's a good one. When I was driving into Limerick, the fucking motorway, the cops had the motorway closed off. They were talking about fucking the guards saying, "Oh, truckers are banning this and truckers are blocking this." The main artery around Limerick, the main motorway, the cops, like if you want to get on the motorway to go to Tralee, they had that closed off. If you want to head to Cork, the guards had that closed off. Not protesters or anything like that. The cops had it closed off. So again, be careful about what you're reading about saying, "Oh, people couldn't access X, Y, and Z." I saw it with my own fucking eyes. The guards closed off the motorway to stop protesters going on. But I don't even think that was their intention. But they'll use that in the media to say, "Oh, due to protest, people could not get onto X, Y, and Z motorway." Evelyn, same here, is upset, but all the people of Galway town came out. Yeah, that was great. Look, Galway was fucking fantastic. I'll be honest with you, respect. I saw the fucking weather up there last night. That was fucking cruel. And men stayed through that. So fair fucks to them. Fair fucks to them. And then they got fucking battered this morning. Tired, wet, cold. But they stayed. So fair play to them. And to lads that went home, there's people with young children, there's people who work, there's people in the I bear nobody any ill will. But to the men who stayed and got bullied off the bridge in Galway, I fucking tip my fucking hat to you. I tip my hat to you. Right. Okay. So give me 30 seconds. Right. I'm going to go off camera and I just need to answer some WhatsApp messages because there's a couple of people who may be looking to come on. I just need to send them a link. And I don't mind. I don't know if does anybody follow the Sir Dodge of Coin Twitter account, X account. It's a very good account. He's a very good guy. But he always kind of goes, about being retarded. Well, in relation to stuff, I'm a small bit retarded, so I have to pause this while I look at this screen and then do things with. I find it hard to make both hands work at once. So give me 30 seconds, and I will be back. And back. I do apologize. Phone charge now, so I can monitor the WhatsApp at the same time. Perfect. Excellent. I'm so far behind in comments, so let me run through these and see what is happening and what questions came in. Correct. Yes. British corporation. EU said if a German party got don't avoid the election. That is correct also. Yeah. We don't have democracy across Western Europe. Well, no, that's not some going. That was normal life. I'm 47 years old. It's not that long ago. It's one generation ago. That wasn't hard to do. You worked for a couple of years. You saved up a few pound. I was married, so like it wasn't. We let the state tell us that this is some miracle. Owning a house is a miracle, or it's some God-given right, or only the rich people can do it. It wasn't. Anyone could own a house. You threw 5,000, 5 to 10,000 euros into the bank. You saved it. Then you went to a mortgage broker or a bank and said, "Can I have money?" And they go, "Can you pay this much?" And you go, you show me your pay slips and go, "I can." And that was it. Spit and handshake, done and dusted. We didn't change. The system changed because the system wasn't getting enough money out of people like me. So it decided we're going to make things harder, and we'll squeeze them for more. So now every person, if you're under 30 and you don't own a house, you've already lost. You've lost. You're done. You're fucked. The whole plan of getting a mortgage early is to be done and dusted, paying your mortgage. You know, I'm going to be fucking in my early 50s and I'll have no debt, none whatsoever. That's the whole goal. That's the whole plan. You kill yourself while you're young enough to do it. Why would you want to be killing yourself at 16, 70 paying off a fucking mortgage? Start young, finish young, enjoy your life, go on the cruises and go do whatever you want to do, golf or whatever it is. Stress-free. Why do you think the boomers don't give a shit? I'm still a boomer. I had a conversation. People don't realize this. I'm a young boomer. I'm still a fucking boomer. I'm 5 to 10 years ahead of what a boomer should be, but my kids are raised. My mortgage is nearly paid. I haven't a fucking care in the world. I can walk away from this. I should have never got involved in this because I was sitting fucking pretty. But it's a moral duty. This is what's important. There's a moral duty on good people to stand up and say no. And the boomers that are 10 years older than me, you have to remember, all my friends are 10 years older than me. We've all kids the same age, but they're all 10 years older than me. You know, they didn't have that moral responsibility. They were just thinking golf and sunny holidays when I'm retired. C'est la vie. Hungary was nibbled by the EU. Poland next. I'd be honest, I've been so busy with the fuel protests. I have no idea what's happening in Hungary. Just please, somebody tell me Viktor Orban won, or the counts are still going on, or where does it go now? I spoke about this earlier on. Every town, pick a town every single weekend, every single week, shut it down. Shut it down. Shut council offices down. Hit the Dáil once every 3 months. Literally fucking spray it with slurry, fucking take the French approach. Bring up some bales, set them on fire, cover the place in shit, give a bit of overtime to a few council workers, and then move on. Get in, get out quick. No protests. Just go in, cause a bit of mayhem, leave. Same outside every council office. Drop a fucking big, smelly, rotten, dirty bale outside the fucking, right up against the door of the council offices. Drive away, say nothing. You know? Just fucking a small bit of fucking guerrilla warfare. Striking tomorrow? Yeah, I doubt it. I hope some people do. But I don't think there'll be a mass movement. I think there'll be a lot of teachers praying that the buses can't run in the morning, that they can get an extra day off. But outside of that, I I don't see it happening. Will I be working tomorrow? Nope. I have other things to do. We're all enemies of the state. I don't want to be. I kept up my end of the bargain. They declared war on me. I was a good little boy. I still am a good little boy. Keep fucking pushing. I'll get old enough not to care. That's the only thing that keeps me in line. I'm not giving, as a couple of years, I'm willing to give incarcerated. I'm not there yet. I have a bit of living to do yet, and I have a bit of plotting and scheming and planning to do. But there'll come a time. This beard will get grayer, and I won't care anymore. And see what happens then. A couple of slapping instances. Yeah, look, it doesn't matter. It's still going up. They'll take 10 cent off and put 12 cent on. It's just that. Look, this is how it works. Yeah, look, I've addressed that already. Protests haven't fallen around Ireland. No, there's protests going on everywhere. I'm just saying the ports pretty much fell. Listen, this isn't going to stop. It'll keep going, but it would be great if it could get unified behind a single idea, a single spokesperson funded that everybody could get behind. But nah, it doesn't matter what we throw up there. You throw something middle of the road up there. The ethno-nationalists will say it's not fucking strong enough. The centre-right will say it is fucking too racist. A lot of people need to get over themselves. I'm real good at saying I'm not right. And I've always been proud of saying I'm not right and I don't have all the fucking answers. I have a couple of ideas every now and then. I have a couple of good talking points every now and then. But outside of that, there's nothing. You know what I mean? I work well in certain groups. I don't want to be in charge. I don't want to be a fucking leader. But if a leader came and said, Martin, I need you to do X, Y, and Z, I go, no problem, boss. And it'll be done. Because I'm very, very good if you give me a simple idea and you want me to fucking basically expand on it and bring it to fruition. That's my skill set. I'm still waiting. What have we got? Intervention. No, you don't want another sovereign power interfering in our business. Let's fix our own house. We can get support. You can get support through international media, but you don't want actual intervention at all. That's not what you want to happen here. Migrants, yeah, fuck them. I'm sorry, at this stage, I don't care whether you're legal or illegal. There's too much stuff to be sorted out with their own country. I hate you all. I want you all to fuck off. I'm not going to bend on that ever. For a period of about a decade. And after we've our stuff sorted out, we can start legal immigrants coming into the country again. Tribalist. I'm just being tribalist. I have to put my own people first. I bear no ill will to any good man or woman. If you're a scumbag, I hate you. Black, white, green, purple, I don't care. Piece of shit is a piece of shit. I don't want you anywhere near me. But in relation to legal migration, we have to sort it out as well. Just put a pause on it until we figure out who and what we're doing. Okay, we'll run through a few more of these. As this end of day, people turned up Dublin yesterday. But boom, egos in the way again. Yeah, look, I heard there was a bit of aggro between nationalists and farmers and this, that, and the other. But look, I went to Fines with no flag, no banner. I went as Martin Murphy. I'm not selling anything. It's as simple as that. If you go to a protest and you're selling something, you're going to get scrutinized. Go as a man, go as a woman. Don't go as an entity, and you will be fine. When it comes to big protests like that, stop trying to ply your team. Stop trying to sell your team. You'll do far better just going as a man or a woman. And you might fucking learn something as well. There's a curse for Orla to put in her curse jar. I'm gonna keep going. Sorry, I'm very far behind these now. Paul,
Hello.
was it
How's
cursing?
everyone?
Did somebody send out the thingy? Martin's
So,
cursing too much.
yeah. There's a bit of language. Yeah. I got that sent to me. Yeah. Well, hey,
Hey,
listen.
hey! I'm looking at the numbers. The numbers are okay.
Yeah, well, looking good. Yeah, fair play. Yeah. Thanks for doing this, Martin. I was really in the lurch there because I got back. I got back late enough from because I got the bus in and I had to bring. I got Alan. I have Alan Fagan's speaker there, the big "We the People" one. You know
Oh, I
the
know the
Irish
one.
People one.
Yeah.
And it was being left there, and Burger King wouldn't take it. And Dee said it to me while I was on the live today. Like the live went very well today. Like we did 1100 on the live today. It was
I
deadly.
seen
Like
it.
you know what I
Yeah,
mean.
very good. Yeah.
And there's a couple of good interviews. I spoke with Patrick Quinlan. I spoke with a few people there today. It was great. Like you know what I mean. I spoke with Dee. There was a few great speeches.
Have you went
A
and
few
uploaded it?
mads. I haven't uploaded it. Yeah, well, it's still on StreamYard here. I'll upload it. Whatever. I'll pull it down later and I'll upload it. I just didn't get around to doing it. It should be up on Gale Force Media YouTube. Should be
Yeah. No,
because the live
I was
went
saying
through this.
yeah, it'd be great to play a few of them today. Fucking, I see you're in your Gale Force Media top. I'm in my fucking. I'm
Yeah,
in my.
yeah, yeah.
I'm in me country fucking protesting gear.
I was in the pub today before I went in to do the live. I had to set up everything, you know. And I went into Madigan's in North Air Street and I had a sneaky point of Guinness there. Like it was nice, you know what I mean? Got me shit together and went outside, had a cigarette, got all my stuff ready, off and went walking. Then I just went live and it went very well now, I have to say.
A quick question for you? You know, in the comment section there,
Yeah.
have you got that important when streaming to a profile viewer comments? Have you got that bar up on the top? I can only see 2 comments at a time.
Yes. No, I can
Is there
see
any
all
way
the
to get rid of
comments.
that? Because
I don't know.
I
I
can
can
literally
see.
only see 2 comments at a time. It's a fucking pain in the hole.
Click on the live thing to the left of it. There's start and then there's live.
Yeah, I clicked on live. It's still there. Yeah.
Well, it shouldn't be. When you click on start, you have Fanula gave 199 super sticker, and then someone else gave a $5.
Yeah, and then go back to live. Yeah, I can't get rid of that banner. It's just it's fucking making it, because you've got the new comments banner and you have the high comments banner. It's just fucking hard to pick out the comments.
Yeah, it's gone. Here, you want to try and do it on a phone, mate? Oh, Jesus Christ!
Yeah, it's fucking crazy. I'm operating on the 2 screens, and I actually just the way the camera set up is I operate in the small screen, and then the big screen is the WhatsApp and the whatever.
Yeah.
But it's fucking hard to see.
Yeah, I'm just doing mine now. I didn't put up. I'm like a pilot here. Like you know what I mean, I have the 3 of them just here. 1, 2, 3.
Paul, listen. I won't lie to you. The last night you were off, I fucking struggled getting it up for Orla. I really did.
She's very hard to get it up for, isn't she? I tell you, man. Trying to keep it up, that's the thing.
We're fucking dead. Oh, we're dead. We're dead.
Well, how did you get on down in Foynes? What was that? Like we drove down
to... The numbers and fines were great from the get-go. I went down there, spent the whole day down there yesterday, and it was fantastic. And I know a few of the lads that are involved. Foynes is only over the road. It's only barely into Limerick from Kerry. So like I said, fucking look, people know what I do. I have the camping stalls and also I started making tea and coffee for lads and stuff like that. And went down a treat.
Lovely.
I had loads of conversations. That was the biggest thing. Like I said, no banners, no nothing. I'm not selling Shinadina. I'm not selling on the first. I'm there.
Yeah.
I'm a lad who's working, who's struggling, who's fucking making your tea and coffee and wants to have a conversation. They're all wide awake. They all know chemtrails, WWF, fucking Jews. Every single conversation that you'd expect to have with a nationalist was had. They're all wide awake. But look, the reality is the organizers of that protest made a decision from the Tuesday they started, which is Tuesday of last week. They were not going to get drawn into a battle with the guards. Yeah. And they voted on it this morning again. And they said, we're leaving on our terms. And was I deflated? Was I pissed off? Absolutely. you give me 8 hours to think about it. And I went, no, they started on their terms. They left on their terms.
Yeah.
It was a bold strategy and a clever strategy, because they'll regroup and they can go at it again. There's nobody arrested.
I don't
nobody
think
cautioned.
I think this is it now. I think that they should have done it. And I
No.
think they still will do it. I think they still will do it. Like, they're still sitting out on the motorways. I know
think
there is.
I think this whole movement is going to go mobile. I don't think it's going to stay in any one particular place.
Yes,
I think
exactly. Yes.
Towns and countries around the country are going to be, towns and cities around the country are going to be hit randomly and just shut
Dublin
down.
will be hit tomorrow morning. Dublin will be shut down tomorrow morning. You won't get in or out of Dublin tomorrow morning.
What I said, and I'm throwing this idea out there, is literally a fucking wet, rotten bale of silage weighs a fair amount. And if lads were just willing to drive around the country in the middle of the night, you know where your council offices are, you back up to the door, you leave it sitting there, and you just drive off. And that's it. There's a lovely little protest. You're upsetting people. All we're trying to do is upset them to the point where, shit, life is too hard for me now, so I have to listen. And that'll be enough.
Yeah.
Paul, I'm going to jump off for a second. Will you bang through the comments, or like I said, we've no videos to pull tonight.
I have a couple of videos here I can play straight
from
here.
Excellent.
Yeah, so I'm okay. I actually have one here from the new Garda commissioner, or the new deputy commissioner.
Trudeau's little Canadian pet.
Yes. So just give me the Billy there if you hear sound, Martin. I'll just play this one here.
No longer protests, they are blockades. These blockades are putting at risk supplies of food, fuel, clean water, and animal feed. These are critical for the nation and its people. This is not tolerable, and it is against the law. The willful obstruction of public roads and the movement of vehicles and persons are offenses under various statutes, including the Public Order Act and Road Traffic Acts. As part of our well-established graduated policing response in dealing with protests, Garda Síochána is now moving to an enforcement phase in relation to those impacting on critical infrastructure unless they desist, and disperse from these blockades. And Garda Síochána is advising protesters to immediately cease blockades of such critical national infrastructure or face the full rigors of the law.
Somehow became the deputy of the Irish Police.
Well, that's that lady there, and she's not the only one from Canada. I think we have another high-ranking officer there as well from Canada. So, like, she was part of the Trudeau regime that brought down the truckers. Was it 2 or 3 years ago? 2 years ago, and they blocked bank accounts. And you only have to look at what they've done with. I don't know whether I sent these to myself yesterday. As I said, lads, I've nothing ready here. You know, it's just, as I said, I've been up to me tonsils in it. In and out, and you know how the live streams are, you know what I mean? You go. But I might have sent them to myself last night. No, that's this morning. No, I mustn't have sent them to myself. But I just want to play. Did any of you see the video from the other day where Don rushed? I know Don was part of the IFP. Don's a harmless individual now, I have to say, but he's he can be outspoken, you know what I mean? But he's harmless. Like, he wouldn't, you know, he wouldn't go out of his way to agitate anyone or annoy anyone or fight with anyone. He's not that kind of person, like, you know what I mean? But I just want to show you this video, right? I'm just gonna let me get it up there. I'm just gonna play this video for you. But it's disgusting this man wasn't arrested, and there's a thing going around saying that this guy is a guard. Now, I don't know how true this is, but I'll play it and let you have a look. But this is totally unprovoked.
Oh, sorry. How fucking do that is? That man there just pushed one of the other lads to the ground.
Okay, that's the one. That's the one where they didn't arrest him. Like, you know what I mean? I thought I had the other one there. Well, yeah, let's get back to the Garda Commissioner one. She is brought in here. She's head of our cyber technology and everything else. Like, this one knows her shit. Like, she has teams walking around the clock here, profiling every one of us. You know what I mean? Every one of us. We were worried about the dossier the lads had last year. Jesus Christ, could you imagine the dossier these have on us? You know what I mean? They're probably monitoring everything. Well, the comments, like, you wouldn't know who's in the comments here. You know what I mean? I think I heard, what's this one here? Apparently 400 Gardaí called in sick in Cork, I think that was. Yeah, I heard that today. Yeah, the West still fighting. Yeah, we're trying. Apparently, yeah. Anyone know if the M7 is still blocked? We got word today at 4 o'clock that the M7 was blocked both ways. So I don't know if anyone can tell us there. If you send us in a message there, sorry, I'll just put out the banners there. Where are you watching us live? You watch us live at Fitzy Dub, Anthony Casey, Rugger Morph. You get us on YouTube at the Irish Colum, Gale Force Media on YouTube, on Facebook, Prophet Simons, and Gale Force Media on the web, which is www.galeforcemedia.com. You can also send me in a message there on 00353, no, 089 203 1521, 089 203 1521, or you can send an email to galeforcemedia26@gmail.com. Boom. Okay, and you can buy us a coffee there if you want to as well. Yeah, there it is there. Okay. And you can follow us there on X as well, on X at the Irish Column, please, if you can. Yeah. Jeez, we've reached 700 there, lads. Fair play to everyone. Fair play to Martin. Thanks very much to Martin for stepping in for me, because I came back, as I said, and I was out then, and then I had to, when I got back here, it was 20 past 8, and I just thought, I'll log in here now and I'll sort out what I have to. And next thing, bang, there was no laptop. I was just leaving it in the place where I was, so I had to drive all the way back. And yeah, there was nearly no show, but fair play. There's 700 audience in there now listening to me, so fair play to everyone. I'll go through a few of the comments. People will be woken up all over Ireland, hopefully. Well, listen, everybody is talking about this. Everybody is talking about how these farmers, these poor farmers, are they getting brandished the same way as us, and this, that, and the other. I knew yesterday would be like everyone meet up together, and then the guards start trying to arrest people. Listen, everyone knew that was going to happen. You know what I mean? I knew it anyway. You know what I mean? So, and I really, were they naive or were they just silly, like, to think that the guards weren't going to pepper spray them? Like, you know what I mean? Like we've, unless you've seen this firsthand and been part of it, like these young lads that were there in the tractors, now fair play to them for coming up and doing what they did the whole lot, but these same young fellas probably drink with coppers all the time at the weekend and the whole lot. Their friends of theirs, like, you know what I mean? And they didn't think that they would probably turn on them the way they did. But now I can guarantee you those young lads won't be having the same drinks that they had with those coppers last week. You know what I mean? After what happened here in the last couple of days. You know what I mean? I heard today somebody put in a message that 4 coppers walked into a restaurant somewhere in thing today. And where was it? I don't know where it was, but I'll dig it out if I can. And they walked into the restaurant and sat down, and like the whole restaurant went quiet, like looking at them, you know. And said they took their order, and the owner or the manager come out and asked them to leave and said they weren't welcome in the restaurant. And as they were walking out, everybody clapped. Isn't that now? There you go. That's the level that the Garda Síochána have dropped to in this country. They are lower than low. You know, don't tell. Like I heard the speeches yesterday talking about how great the guards were and how great this. No, I'm sorry, lads. Unless you, I know 400 years rang in sick and all yesterday and the whole lot. That's great. Well done. Ringing in sick is great. Thanks for doing that and not being there to do it. But even still, there was still thousands more. There's hundreds more guards going to take up the mantle. Like, you know what I mean? You need to realise, lads, this is for you as well. This is not just for us. We're not far right. You know, and we never have been. You know what I mean? And they know that now. You know what I mean? But they're stuck in there now. Oh, we have mortgages. We have a lovely wife. We have this. And if we rock the boat, we lose all that. Lads, you're going to lose all that anyway. I'm going to be honest with you. That's going to go because if the Muslimification of this country doesn't stop, your sons and daughters are going to be ripe for the picking. I'm sorry. You know what I mean? So you need to cop on.
I'm like, a far right political position is a perfectly legitimate position to take. That the media demonize the far right. There's nothing wrong with being far right. It is a legitimate political position to take, and more power to you. It's the same as being a far left socialist. Or
but I wouldn't class myself as far right. You know what I mean?
That's fine. But
and I'd be more liberal, sort of middle-ish, sort of. I wouldn't be like, the only reason we talk about immigration and we're called racist is because we tell the fucking truth about it. That's why. You know what I mean? That's the only reason. You know what I mean? Other than that,
I'd be a tribalist libertarian. That's actually what I am.
I'd be a tribalist myself. Yeah, I'd be a clannish. I'd be clans. Yeah.
My people come first.
Yeah,
and then libertarian government, get the fuck out of my life. I don't need you.
Yeah,
I don't want you. Leave me alone.
Yeah,
I'll make my own way.
Starting up here tomorrow. Sorry, hang on for a sec there. Sorry, Christine is that up the north? It's starting up there tomorrow or Tuesday. Fair play to you all up there. Thanks very much. Strength in numbers and many different forms of protest. Guys, listen, the ports need to be shut down. This is why the guards have taken over the port in Dublin. You can't get in or out of the port without the guards letting you in or out of it. So this is why, do you know what I'm saying? That's where they are. Now, I'm going to be honest, lads. If we all came in behind them, if you brought in your tractors and everything in behind them in the tunnel, there's no way anything would get through there. Now, I'm not saying to do that, but that would be a good, you know, nothing would get through that tunnel. You know, so I think the tunnel would be a good, we could call it the Dam Busters or something like that. You know what I mean? Yeah. But Paul, the tunnel is the place to do it.
What I was saying earlier is that a bit of guerrilla warfare is what's required. Like I said, there's loads of farmers and lads who have old trucks and old vehicles and old cars. And like I said, the smelly old rotten bale.
Yeah.
Just start, put it on a low loader, dump it wherever will cause the most upset, and then drive off. Yeah. And that's it. Just leave it there. You know, take the plates off your own vehicle, fucking dump it there, drive off. No one will know who you were there. No, to do it in the middle of the night, and just start causing disruption. There's a load of old.
I was going to say, we're not advocating for, but we are.
I am. Okay. No, hang on. One second now. I 100% am advocating for lads to dispose of their old, useless vehicles on motorways, outside the ports and outside anywhere that causes upset to the state. And anything that you can do that causes upset to the state, go and do it. And it's as simple as that. We're gone beyond tiptoeing around now this malarkey of, we have to. No. Your job and your duty as a man or woman of era is to cause upset to the state. You're a fucking son and daughter of the nation, not the state. The state is a corporation. Yeah. It's just a big fucking company, and they only see you as a fucking employee.
I just want to get something straight there. Can I just say something there? Mac Bain says to me, hey Paul, the rest of your hair fell out. Not throwing stones, I'm the same. No. I got it cut that way, mate. That's like my hair will be back like that now next week and the week after. Like I got that cut tight like that because I knew I was going to be very busy for the next couple of days and I hadn't got time to be gelling it and doing all sorts of shit with it.
Paul,
So
look, listen to me. I'll make this commitment live on air. When you need the plugs, I let them pluck them from my chin.
yeah, no, I won't need the plugs, mate. Are you mad? I'm
You can have-
57.
you can
I
have-
don't. No.
You can have you can have the live hair coming out of my beard. You can have that on top of your head.
So I've loads of live hair there, look. You know what I mean? It's grey. That's all it is. It's just bleeding grey. You can't see it.
No. Look.
If that was black, man, if that was black, I tell you, me and me prime, I tell you.
Who'd like to see this growing out of Paul's head?
No, it's not. It's not falling out. It's hang on. The IPAS centre is more likely than not cause of evidence are containing weapons in boxes addressed to each person. We've heard this. This was put out last year. Do you remember this? Was it GT or GP? Is that his name? Graham de Penrose or something like
Graham
that?
de Penrose. Yeah. He was.
He put out a. Yeah, I know, but like when people looked into this Graham de Penrose fella, was he not some sort of security? He has a security company in the UK or runs a militia thing, or I don't know. I'm just what I heard and what I seen up online.
There's a lot of people linked to the movement that may or may not be good people. It remains to be seen. Okay, but there are people who want to make a few shekels out of the movement. Now, if those people are genuinely doing good work, I bear them no ill will. But if they're literally part of the system and they're just trying to make a few pounds off other people's hard work, then I have huge issue. I spoke to Graham through messages once or twice. I know what you can find out online about him. And then I've heard what people have said about him, stuff like that. I'm on the fence. I don't know.
I don't know
It's
anything about him either. It was
like-
just
it's
the
like-
only reason I mentioned his name was it was actually him that I seen tweeted the thing last year about the pic. He sent pictures and everything.
It's the same as
containers.
David. Yeah, it's the same as David Z. You know what I mean? That entity on he's talking to everyone. I know he's talking to everyone. I have screenshots of everything. He's saying one thing to one crowd, another thing to another crowd. Is he genuinely trying to help, or is he an agent provocateur? Is he a state asset? Is he a shinner? You know, it's hard to know. Look, Paul, the difference between us and them, so to speak, is that I know for a fact your name is Paul Fitzsimons. I know where you're from. I know who your dad is. Your face is on all your profiles. I know where you grew up. You know my face. It's on all my profiles. You know where I'm living now. You know where I lived beforehand. We don't have secrets, lads, and we don't hide behind avatars. It's as simple as that. It's Martin Murphy, Paul Fitzsimons, Anthony Casey, Orla Donoghue, Sarah Herity. It's basically a few people, fucking Frank Conway. You know what I mean? It's literally a few people who are brave enough to put their names and faces out there and say, here, listen, look, this is what we're offering. We're trying our best. If you want to support us, support us. If somebody's talking shit online or whatever, even saying good things online, their eye isn't available to see. I wouldn't trust them. It's as simple as that. That's how I operate. I'm all out there.
Yeah, I'm the same. GAA contracted coaches was used to bus Gardaí around country to do the government master's deeds. I've seen it, and I've seen pictures of the buses and the regs and the whole lot. They will all be getting released now in the coming days. Don't give these people your business. I'm being honest with you. Schools or anything, if you have, I'm telling you, like you have to boycott these people. You know what I mean? And these same people probably have all the contracts for everything in the area. You know what I mean? The schools, the different projects that's done. They probably get everything that's in the area. The GAA is the whole lot. You know what I mean? It's a closed shop. You know, that sort of way. But these people need to be stopped. I'm telling you now. That Cardiff coaches is another shower of shysters as well.
Hold on. I saw a comment there that made me smile. I was thinking that It was great to see that Shinner Galan get told go fuck yourself. Ah, brilliant, excellent. I didn't see it, but I'm so happy that happened because he's a fucking an awful
Yeah,
POS.
yeah.
I actually worked.
Your man was ran as well from Cork today. I seen a video. Derek Lloyd was up talking somewhere, and your man was ran. The Shinner as well. Is he a Shinner, the grey-headed fella?
Oh
Uh,
yeah. No, I seen that video. Yeah.
I hate that man. I can't see when he's talking in the door. I tell you, and you'll do. Just shut bleeding up, will you, man? You're doing me head in. You know,
Well,
it's.
hey, I could say the same about the other fella, but anyway, we leave that
Oh
one
yeah,
alone.
yeah. But did you see? Did you watch any of the live today? I don't know whether anyone in the comments was watching the live today, but well, I know one or two of you were. Like, you know what I mean? Hang on, Blessing says no. What's that? Less of the labels, lad. Less of the labels. We're all just concerned or as parents and people. You labeling people again, Martin. But
Me?
doesn't matter.
Hey, no,
Yeah.
no, listen to me. I label not an entity, a man. I label any man I don't like, and I'm telling you, it takes a lot for me not to like a man. Like I'm so easygoing and I'm so chill, and I
Not in a
actually don't
sexual
take.
way, no.
I know
You
I don't.
better
I'm
get
just
that
telling you.
out there. Get that out there.
I don't take insults or anything like that.
Mhm.
But if you cross me
Yeah.
as a man, you're done. It's as simple as that. You're done. There's
Mhm.
no coming back. It's as simple as that. And one or two lads cross
I
me.
am
And
having a chat with myself.
yeah,
Yeah.
but that's how I roll. I don't care. I don't give a fuck about it. I don't care.
Yeah,
I
I'm
never.
the same. I
I
don't
never
give a
knock.
shit either.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I never knock the
if I need
organization.
if I need to apologize afterwards, okay, I will. But most of the times I don't. You know what I mean? I just say how it
Yeah.
is. You know, that's it. End of. But
Listen,
if anyone that was watching the live today, there was an agitator in the crowd, right? And it was I don't know whether anyone's seen it. Like I'm sure there was. But this guy, and I like he was in my ear. Like I was here. I was videoing some guy had the megaphone. He was talking about the WEF, and I thought, listen, it's a live stream. Everyone's talking. Let's just keep going with it. Next thing I hear is this in the ear. You're a liar. Everything you're saying is a lie. You're at this. And I just turned the camera, like, and I said, man, will you leave it out, mate? I said, leave the man talk. I said, go on away. You know what I mean? So with that, he started shouting again. And I said, I told the copper, I said, Card, I said, he's causing shit here. I said, and you're watching this happening. And the copper walked straight over to me and he said, I thought you people were all about free speech. This on the live. And I said, we are about free speech. I said, but you know he's here agitating. I said, and somebody's going to come over here and said, and argue with him. I said, and you're going to move in here and then more people. I said, just defuse it. I said, just stop it now. I said, get him out of here. So then a few coppers come over and then about 6 lads come over and it was a bit of argy-bargy. And I'm thinking to myself, lads, don't even fucking entertain these. Just walk away and turn your back on them. And that's what we did in the end, like, you know what I mean? But they were trying to get at us, like, you know, they're trying to agitate us. They kept moving us up. Like they had the street block behind us. We were just there. Do you remember where the statue there, just where the hearse truck was? Do you remember that? We were just at the statue there. And we had about 100 feet, 150 feet, say, wide. They had us cornered in here with barriers. Now, and they had, like, both sides of the road were closed. You know what I mean? There was no need for both sides of the road to be closed. And parts of the quays were just open. Not all of the parts were open. So they've kept them closed, you know, by design. You know what I mean? Obviously, let people think, oh, this disruption has caused this and that and this. And they sent out something like, was it 90 trucks? 90 trucks went out of Whitegate today. Yeah, I seen that the guard was laughing. Yeah, you're right, John. He was. And I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to look back through that live because I know you said that was AI, Martin, when I sent you the picture with the copper. That guy was supposed to be a copper. But this fella today, the sergeant, looked very like him. I'm being honest with you.
It's just my only thing about that is who got knocked over. And if it was
Did you ever eat them, guys? Did you ever eat them? Mr. Tom. Look, Mr. Tom. Did you ever eat them? I need to see these. These are the bomb. These are nuts. Did you ever eat the nuts, the peanut nuts? Oh, man. The bomb it is. Yeah, I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying, Martin, but still, No, Paul's look is perfect. Thank you very much, Sarah. Fair play to you. Just did a bit there, McBain. She's not Irish. She's a Christian.
Sorry, but what we eating? I have a pet there that is making noise.
Paul be going around with an afro. Yeah, well, no, there. It's nuts. It's nuts in caramel, peanuts in caramel. Oh man, look at that.
What do they call them? Mr. Tom.
Mr. Tom. Yeah, you get them in deals, or you get them in. You get all the old sweets.
It just sounds like the guy who used to have working for me on my plantation.
Tell me, man. You eat it all up, it's like plumpy nut. Remember what they used to give the black kids years ago? Do you remember that? we need plumpy nuts for dawn and a daughter. Yeah, fuck off.
Ah, fucking hell, yeah. Which way does it go? Let's go that way. I'm not advertising for car parts, by the way. This is just me work here.
Paul uses just for Paul. Yeah. My mate used to use wash and go, and it was gone there one morning when he got up. I will eventually get to know who gave the nod.
Oh, sorry.
How did RT News know to be there at 4 p.m. this morning? I'll call There you go.
Come on now. Come on. You know why. You don't even need to ask the question. You know why.
I was sent screenshots. Okay, a friend of mine was trying to ring me all bleeding night. She was up looking at the live stream and seeing this happening from 4:15. And she was ringing around everyone and nobody would answer because it was, well, I suppose everyone was just asleep.
That's a good comment there now. Why do we have creepy gay people in the comments always referring to the sexual innuendos? I firmly lay that at Paul Fitzsimon's feet because of his huge gay fan base.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, probably. Yeah, I am. Yeah. Thank you. It was the man that had barricades in Galway. The time for me to do their thing, and women stay at home. The men hold me back. What was that? I seen Conway's speech there. You know, it was a rousing speech, wasn't it? It was a good old speech. Kicked it out there, and then went home to the farm and left the lads.
It was brilliant. It was. I tell you what, it was very, very good. Look, James. I don't know about that. I just know that was a very, very good speech. I don't know what happened afterwards. Look, people's opinions of Conway are their own. I consider the man a friend. It's as simple as that. I spent so much time up there. I know his family and this and the other. Look, people are allowed their own opinions. I will accept at this stage any dissenting voice that is causing the state harm is my ally, bar the two people who've crossed me. And there's only, believe it or not, there's only two in the entire country that I won't forgive because their imposition was too great. There's nothing they can do for my forgiveness, nothing, because you don't understand how bad and what terrible things these people have done for me to hold that opinion of them. But it is what it is, and there's only two of them. And outside of that, you're not my enemy. If you're fighting for Ireland, you're not my enemy.
Someone just sent me a Paul sent you in a video of an Irish mammy making guard pick up a protest. I thought it was funny, and he did it. Yeah, I did see this today.
Yeah, it's funny. I've seen it. Yeah.
But again, look at what they're doing to these people. You know.
What? Oh, go on, the boys. Go on. Keep it tight. Go on. Oh, Jesus, they're all in now. Oh, this is fucking unreal. The guard asked me for a fag. He said I could do one of them fags. What did you lose? Oh, you lost something. What did you lose? No one's going to go in that river. Oh, Jesus, imagine. Jesus Christ.
Shield the Heron has launched a brand new gold
membership. We'll have to launch our own gold membership. I agree, Martin.
No, look, sorry, go on.
And I'm going to be honest with you. I only have one account on every platform. One account, and my name is linked to. It's either Paul Fitzsimons, it's either Paul Fitzsimons 19 whatever. It's either Fitzy Dub. It's all linked to me. Everything is linked to me. There's a picture, there's a profile, everything. So I don't care. People know who I am, and I see CX. There's only 2 people I have. I've never blocked anyone on X. Okay, there's only 2 people I blocked, and I did that last year when I had a bit of trouble with 2 people, and I just wasn't listening to their bullshit. You know what I mean? And I wasn't letting them comment on my shit. So they were the only 2 people I blocked. I have taken shit from the best of them. Like, you know what I mean? Seriously, like pictures, you know, the bullshit that they throw up about Muhammad this and the Muslim Brotherhood this and Don is a muppet. Is that Don that fell? Yeah.
Yeah. So this goes back to what I was talking about. So I was 90% sure that was Don that got flattened in Dublin, and I look back at the video all the time. So I'm 99% sure. So, but it's confirmed now it is him. Yeah. So this guy came out. He was an IFP member, and basically he came out spouting Jewish nonsense. It's as simple as that. He's a pro-Israel guy, and he was spouting load of shite. Most likely, now if your man turns out to be a guard, I'll stand up and say, then if the guy is a guard and Dom got flattened, then I'm going to say that Dom is actually working for the state. That'll be my stance on it. That if a guard flattened him, it's set up and he's working for the state. If he turns out not to be a guard, an ethno-nationalist flattened him because he's a Jew sympathizer and possibly a Jewish plant. So Dom, doesn't matter what way it falls, you're still an asshole. And I mean that jokingly, like you'd say to a lad.
In the nicest way. Yeah.
No, the same way you'd call a lad an asshole in the pub, like. So that's it. Either way.
Paul boy 67. Paul Fitzsimons, guards will scoop you, man. LOL. Hey, listen. Let them. We'll see. That's why everything is live stream now. You know what I mean? Everything is live stream now. I don't give a shit. You know.
Actually, I have a question. I have a funny one. I have a funny one for you, right? I did my first live stream on TikTok today down in Foynes when they were pulling out. I couldn't figure out how to turn the camera.
No way.
There was no fucking button for it. Do you have to? Somebody put in the comments there. Do you have to start the live stream with the camera pointing out, or I couldn't get it off my face, and I couldn't see any fucking thing to turn the camera. I felt like a right fucking. I just turned the camera around, fucking, and went that way. But I couldn't figure out how to put the camera face now. Anyway, I said at the start of the fucking show, I'm a boomer, and I'm just showing it there now.
No, I'll be all right now, because one of the openers there today, I was after everything and I was packing up to go. One of the kids come over. He said, "What's the story?" He said, "Was this a podcast? Is this or this?" And they were taking all the Gale Force media stuff and logging into this and logging into that, like, you know what I mean? So they could have the stuff for later on, like, you know what I mean? And I got on TikTok. I said, "I am, bro." I said, "I don't go live on TikTok." "Oh, you should go live on TikTok, man." I said, "I just don't know how to do it." And your man started showing me. The uncle is down there going, "Man, you just do this and you do that." I said, "Yeah, but I have to send the studio," I said, "from the studio to TikTok live." You know what I mean? I said that there's a way of doing that. And I asked the AI how to do it. It told me how to do it, but when I went to do it, it didn't work out the way AI said. So Anthony is usually good at this sort of thing.
I was watching Legal TikTok account from Galway last night. Fucking 2 million views. 2 million people.
Oh yeah.
Watching that fucking live. That's fucking amazing. Like that's
I was watching it. Pissing rain.
But 2 million fucking views, like 2 million people watching live, like.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy.
I thought I was great. My record is 33,000 at the Coolock protest. Yeah, 33,000. That was some live stream. That was, I tell you, that went on for Jesus from probably 3 hours. 3 hours, and then it went on then from 5 or half 5 until about 9. We'd about 19,000 then the second time, yeah. But because Philip had got taken, Philip got arrested at 1 o'clock, and when I got there, I had seen Philip got arrested, and I thought somebody has to go live, so I went live, and just what your man said there, Paul, they're going to lift you. 3 times they tried to get me in Coolock. You can see me running and scurrying and jumping out, and the pepper spray hit me on the back of the head, and yeah. I'll be honest with you. I'm going to just say it now. I have like dry skin on my scalp, and I think I'm going to be honest, I never had it before. I think it's from that bleeding pepper spray shit. Let's put a claim in and see what. What's this? I can't get X my views on Islam. I am even blocked on Facebook. Yeah. We was watching the live stream today. Did you see the outlet come over and he says, "Hello, how are you?" And when he finished talking to me, "Would this be on RTE? Would this be on RTE? Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, sir." It was very funny. Lads, the only one that should be shouting about is Ireland and its issues, nothing else. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. We done one today. Let me see. Can I? Hold on. Let's see. Can I send this video? Yeah, the Palestinians came in on, the 3 or 4 of them came onto the bridge when I was leaving, like with that big Palestinian flags and this, that, So they had this big, huge flag and they had it over the lift and it fell in. And we all went over and started having a laugh. I'm going to see, can I, let me just see, can I send this video? Let me see. As I said, we've nothing ready, so, what the old good for nothing ready, aren't we?
Jesus, I'm going to have to get that fucking dog muted.
No way. Send.
It is
What?
very hyper.
Is it? Yeah. Give it a kick up the fucking hole.
I think I'm going to have to. No, I don't do that. I don't do that.
Why not?
I like animals.
Yeah, so I like animals too, but you need to know that place. Good kick up the hole, solve lots of things, Martin.
Did you discuss that one?
Which one? You lads should be getting a lot more moves. Yeah, viewers, we should be. We're all being shadow banned. I'm going to be honest with you. Like, my ex is, usually I get about 300, 400 on my ex. Martin gets about 100 and odd, 160 or whatever. Anthony gets probably the same. And the other one is not going out. It's not going out on the other one. But my sister told me that she can't get onto X. When she goes onto her X, she can't watch me live on X. But if she goes onto the tablet, now whether this is just their, could they be blocking their? They could be blocking their IPs coming in, or they could be blocking them from watching. You know what I mean? There's a way of doing it. People, they're going to bring small kids to protest. Don't stand in front of the guard line. If they can check. Yes. The kids will be trampled. You seen the child yesterday? The 14-year-old getting pepper sprayed yesterday.
Yeah. Did you see that guy? Did you come across that guy in Dublin? Did you?
Yes. I'm just going to show you now. I just sent the video to myself there now. I'm going to play the video. Yeah. This is me now. I'll play this now. I'll let you watch it. I follow Musa Dugan. He won't come near me. He stays well away. The lads had that Free Palestine flag. Look. Free Palestine in the water. Look. Jesus helped them.
Yeah, Musa Dogan.
Musa Dogan. Are you going to get in for the swim there together? Yeah. There you go. Free Palestine. Free Palestine. Yeah. Break the chains of Palestine. Yeah. You can see it there, people. Break the chains of Palestine. And as you can see there, walking down the road there, that's Musa Dugan. That's a known terrorist. That's who he is. Look at him. That's him there waiting to... He's going to get this. He's videoing his yoke going. Yeah, that's Musa Dugan, yeah. That's who he is. Known terrorist. Wanted in Turkey. Escaped from Turkey years ago. And now he's a refugee here in Ireland. Look, walking around here as if he hasn't got a care in the world. Look. There we go.
Looking for the yoke. I'm zoomed in too much and I'm looking for where the fucking Palestine. Ah, there you go. I haven't found it.
There it is.
Oh.
There's Musa. That's him. Yeah. Not a care in the world.
There you go. What was that? Haha, leave the dog alone, Martin. Paul is a monster. I'm not a monster.
It's from a mutual friend.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm a bit late to the party. I'll be honest, there was no party. Go on.
You know the fucking Hungarian because in Musa, whatever his name is, click. There's another Hungarian, Laszlo Monalafari. I don't know if that pronounced right. Did you see that guy doing the talk in Trinity? He's a communist, like he's an out and out fucking communist. But he's smart. He's about 25, 26 years old. He gave this talk in Trinity about basically hijacking the protests because he's basically telling the left in Ireland that they're too snobby and you're not going to win until you basically capture the means of production, so to speak. So you have to go back to the workers and stuff like that. So I challenged him to What Now Irishman, and he responded. He responded and he said, "I'm too busy with the fuel protests." So I said, any time that suits, my DMs are open. I just messaged him there now that fuel protests are winding down. Now you've no excuse. You don't work.
Yeah.
Your parents and grants are funding your existence in my country. Come on and sell social. There's a challenge out live. I DM'd you privately. Now I'm saying it out live. You think you're the bee's knees and you can sell Marxism in my country. I'm giving you an hour and a half. I've told you it's going to be a hostile conversation. An hour and a half, you can sell Marxism. And we'll see how far you get, child.
Yeah, exactly.
By Christ, I'm telling you, I want this conversation so bad. I'm wicked good at keeping my cool and having an actual factual conversation. But by Christ, I have a few home truths to tell the public about this man-child and his parents and where he went to school. Yeah. So, Laszlo, you started following me on X. I gave you an invite. Come out, because if you don't come on and have the conversation, I'm just going to throw every single bit of information I have on you out in the public domain anyway. So you might as well come on and fucking have that chat.
Good man, Martin. I just want to share.
I hate communists.
Yeah, this is just a time lapse of. This is 4:02 this morning in O'Connell Street. Okay, I just want to show you this. Thanks to Blessing Says No for this. Great work. So this is 4:02. Look, everything is as is. Bada bing, bada boom. 2 coppers. That's all we have. Just 2 coppers. Then we have 4:17. The lads start rolling in. Look, 4:17. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Garda cars, 2 public order. And I'd say that white one is as well. Was that white one there? Hang on, let me see. Was that white van? Oh, that white van was there. Okay. So there, 1, 2, 3. And I'm gonna be I was there today and they were in ordinary black transits. I'm not messing. Ordinary black transits. You wouldn't even know that they were like, but they were coppers, they were undercover coppers, like in transits, yeah. I think they were expecting to snatch a few people today and it didn't happen, you know. So there you go. That's 4:17, right? And when you see this is 6 o'clock. Sorry, that's them moving people on from there. There they are again. And there you go. 6:09. Look, clear. The only one left is that tractor with the red thing on it. Or the red tractor with the green yoke. Guards there. Look, guards on the right there. Do you see them? They're everywhere. Now, I'm telling you, there was guards everywhere in town today. Everywhere in town today. There you go. Everything is gone there now, and you can't get up or down. Yeah. That's a fair play. Thank you very much.
When I passed back by, yeah, we after fines was dispensed or dispersed today, we drove to Limerick and gave out food and passed it on to the homeless charities. But we drove back then, so about an hour later, the whole place was cleared, but there was still fucking 20 odd guards standing at the entrance to Foynes Port with nothing to do. They had no business being there or anything like that, but they're still getting the Sunday pay. Yeah, oh, they were delighted getting the Sunday pay, standing around laughing and joking and fucking
of course
having a great time. Yeah.
Look at the line of guards there in between the 2 red lines. Look, that's what moved up the road against. It must have been against. But they look all to be coppers. Everyone there looks to be a copper. Don't they? They do. Everyone looks to be a copper.
But the fact that RTE were there means that
this means it was planned.
Propaganda, yeah. This is just propaganda.
Of course. But they done the same thing with Kulak. That's how they got the RTE investigates. It's all great and good investigating when you're told when something is happening. That's not investigation. You know what I mean? Come on in here. You can investigate this and we'll tell you what to say. I said it there today. I said GSOC. I said it's not worth a shit. I said guards investigating other guards. It doesn't happen. It's like doctors going against doctors. They don't do it. End of. You'll never win a GSOC case unless, even if you have videos, you will not win a GSOC case. I'm telling you now, because they don't go against their mates. End of story. Orban lost. Yeah, we've seen that. Yeah, he's that's not good. That is not good.
Is it a pro-European party that won?
I don't know. It's not Viktor Orban, but you need Viktor Orban in there.
I think they're classed as centre right. Give me 1 second now.
Yeah.
1 second. I'm just gonna check. I did get a message earlier on. Give me 1 second now.
Share support.
So opposition victory. The centre right TISA party led by Peter Magyar achieved a landslide win.
Okay.
A landslide win. There's also somebody threatening me with a wooden spoon, but that's a different conversation.
Jesus Christ. Is your mother?
Is there does anybody have any info? Are they pro-Europe? Are they pro-EU?
I don't know. Are you familiar with critical MMA? No.
Mixed martial arts. What?
You're critical mixed martial arts. I don't know. Is that when someone breaks you up that bad that you're critical? This fella's good. This fella's he'll have you critical, man. Anti-vaxxers. Yeah, sorry. Not to mention the Farmers Union said that did not want the support from the anti-vaxxers back in 2021. A lot of people said that, guys. They did. A lot of people said that, but a lot of people weren't worried to the vaccines and the damage they've done. A lot of people are now. You know, a lot of people are waking up to it. I've seen things coming out about different people. They said this about vaccines and said that about vaccines. A lot of people were duped that are not duped anymore. You know what I mean? Now, I don't know whether they'll retract things that they said, or they don't stand by what they said anymore either. So I know that for a fact. We know who was born in churches all over Europe and converting them into mosques. We know who burned down Notre Dame Cathedral, centuries old history destroyed in 20 minutes. It's true. We know who it is. Begins with an M and ends with a M. Fuck the EU, Audrey Roach. Irish Constitution will always trump anything the Eurocrats say. Yeah, I get where you're coming from on that, but at this moment in time, Chris, it's not. You know what I mean? Like, there's not enough people standing up for the Constitution. You know what I mean? People need to get on board with Patrick McGreal and talk to Patrick McGreal about this, because our fundamental rights and all the other shit that's happening to us should not be happening, and we should be able to fight against them for this.
Yeah, but there's also people need to, as well as the Constitution itself, you need to look at the constitutional amendments that have been made over the years.
Yes.
Not one of them have been for the benefit of the Irish people. Not one constitutional amendment has benefited the Irish people. Every single one of them have benefited the state. The state and the nation are two separate things. I even was looking at the policing in the country, and I've made it's out there in the public. Garda Síochána can no longer police me.
No, I'm the same. I'm the same.
I remove my consent to be policed, and
I don't want any dealings with them. I don't even want to talk to them. I don't want to. If they talk to me, I'm just going to stay silent. I don't want any dealings with them. Good luck to you. I want no interactions. The
funny thing was, like, I don't have big following on any accounts at all. Not a massive following, and I get the odd comment and stuff like that. But it's not, you know, I don't get huge traction on anything because I don't have big social media. I've got small social media. The amount of comments that came in relation to that, and you see, people don't realize that when you comment on my post and I tick who you're following, I can figure out who you are.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So,
guys, if you want to buy us a coffee, please do. As I said, I've been roving for the last 3 days, like, you know what I mean? So yeah, someone has to buy.
Paul needs a few bob. Paul needs a few bob.
I'm only joking. But if you can, guys, buy us a coffee, please.
If you're drinking pints of Guinness that cost $7.80, you need a few fucking bob.
$7.80. Did you see that today? Yeah, that's why I posted it to let you see it.
I fucking saw
$7.80. Yeah. Fuck that. Go on. Thanks for that, people. Paul, I wasn't.
But in the comments, it was all a mix of lefties, shinnerbots, and two nationalist accounts. I know who you are. You shouldn't be following the same people. Listen, people don't realize there's algorithms to fucking everything. You can use AI to fucking monitor, track, and get an answer in about 3.5 minutes.
Yeah,
morons setting up fucking fake accounts, commenting on your posts, and like it's like you can't find out who it is, lads.
Yeah. See, these people think that we're stupid, you know. I'm going to send myself back this here now. Hang on. And boom. Yeah, hold on. One. Someone just put in the comments
there's a funny one. I'm big to no one.
You're big to us, Martin. That's good enough.
Except in real life.
In real life, you're not that big, yeah?
Yeah.
Let me just.
But sound anyway. Okay, much appreciated.
Have we got set sound? Yeah. Hold on, sorry. Will that play there now? Or will I have to drag it in there? You can't hear that, can you?
No.
Can you hear that in there? Okay.
No.
Okay, how am I going to do this? Save. Let me save this audio. UD1. I'll just drag it in here.
Fact, John.
What was that? Sorry, the lorry drivers were praising the guards in Dublin while they were kicking the shit out of the lads at another protest. Yeah, and That's one thing I will never do from now on. And I'm going to be honest with you. That's what I think got me nicked the day. It was the last day I spoke at a protest. And I spoke out and I said it to them, look at them LGBT. I said, supporters across the road there in their little red fucking shoes, their little red high heels. And I gave them loads of stick. And so I got arrested an hour later. So the rest is history, as the man says. Celtic, when a government fears its people, he may have democracy. When the people fear the government, it's a tyranny. Yeah, it is indeed. Christine Dewi, my father left the IRA years ago because they got him to drop a gel ignite in the back of a car, unknown to him and us 3 babies in a car. A Protestant man with a Catholic heart. Yeah. Christine Walsh, I was watching Paul. That's how I found you, I think. I remember your poor dad. Yeah, exactly. Do you remember that? That's 2 years ago. That's nearly 2 years ago. And it'll be 2 years in July. Yeah, it's mad, isn't it? How quick
Is it
everything has.
fucking 2 years since the?
It will be in
fucking pepper
July,
spray and
yeah,
all that?
2024. 2024, yeah. Yeah.
We're definitely
Yeah,
on the.
that's
We're
what it
definitely on
was.
the. We've definitely peaked the top of the roller coaster, and we're on the slide down.
Yeah.
Time is definitely moving faster.
Yes, it is. Until the honest people in farming separate themselves from the unions in the state, we are doomed. Yeah, I think that's what I thought. That's what we had, lads. But listen, I'm going to be honest with you. As I said earlier, were they naive not to think that this was going to happen? Like, you know what I mean? I think they were. You know what I mean? But now they know. Okay, and they know now they need to do it bigger and better. So I'm saying, lads, roll into the poor tunnel there in the morning early enough and just block it up. You'll be in front of them. You know what I mean? Like they're blocking the tunnel. Like you have to drive to them to let you into the port. So just don't let them out of the port. Just block the tunnels, both entrances, block both things, and that's it. There's nothing gets out there. Sorry, you know what I mean? You don't need loads of things to block anything. You just put 6 or 8 tractors in that tunnel and that's it. It's blocked. It's stopped. End of story. Put the rest outside.
Old ones. Old cars. Lots of bales.
You know what I mean?
Bales.
Yeah, loads of bales of shit and
bales.
everything. Then drop the shite everywhere. Yeah, have the slurry there. When they come, just drown them with shite. That's what you need to do. Let them know you're not taking this crap off them anymore. You know what I mean? Drown them with slurry. Smell of shite. The pigs could roll around in it. That's what they can do. You know what I mean? No, I've no sympathy for them now anymore. I really haven't. I've had it with them now. I've had it. You know, I used to think, yeah, there's a few good coppers there. I know people whose kids have gone into the guards now, and they, as far as we can say, they can all fuck off. I want nothing to do with none of them. I'm being honest with you. They're all complicit in this. It wasn't their fault. They had to do this. They had it. No, they didn't have to.
It's a company. Look, it boils down to this. The guards used to be a vocation. It's no longer a vocation. It's a company. You're basically working for a multinational, and there's a rule book you're given, and if you break the rules, they kick you out. And people don't want to get kicked out because they like the money, they like the hours, they like the holidays, they like the pension.
Yeah.
They like the bit of power. Some lads that love the power. The lads, by the way, the lads that love the power, every single one of them, they're in the traffic corps.
Yeah.
That's where all the retards go. But
yeah,
the simple fact of the matter is that they're until they down tools, they're your enemy.
Yeah, exactly.
Simple as that.
Exactly.
Right, Paul, I'm going to jump off. It's nearly 11:30. I have no idea where I'm going to be in the country tomorrow, but I'm going to be somewhere.
Yeah, I'm going to be somewhere as well.
I'm going to get up early and see what's called.
Strike. National strike tomorrow. So we'd see where it's at and where we're going. So and then
I won't be working. I won't be working tomorrow. I will be going to wherever the closest large contingent of unhappy people are, and I'll be heading that way. Good night to everybody. I enjoyed the start. Paul, I won't lie to you. I enjoyed the start of the show there now.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it? It's good being on your own, isn't it?
Oh my God, when you have free reign.
Yeah,
Paul,
it's great.
I know. Paul, it's nice. It's nice. I like it. I know. I like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can say
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. I might
Well,
do it.
that's
Get
it. Well, that's what happened to me here 2 weeks ago. Do you remember on the Wednesday night,
Yeah.
I was flying on my own and people were texting in deadly body. And next thing, you and Orla came in and sort of fucked me up. Like, that's
I know,
what
but
people
sure,
said.
but just put it to, hey, hold on. I can't speak for Orla, but I can actually fucking say hand on heart. If you go, nah, I'm grand on my own, I go sound.
I
I'm
know.
not
I'm
going to
only
take offense.
joking.
I might take a fit of this and just fire this out myself now. Fucking some random fucking Thursday or something like that. Just do
Yeah.
Martin thinks. Yeah, we'll do the Martin Thinks show. Or
Martin
what now,
Thinks,
Irishman? What now, Irishman Q&A. Yeah.
That's it. There you have it. Yeah, why not?
Might do that. Might do it. All right, I'm going to say good night to you, and I'm going to say good night to
All
all the
right, then.
viewers. I'll tell you what,
Martin,
Paul.
thanks very much.
Listen, no, Paul. I got
Go
not
on.
stick, but a couple of people commented last night
Yeah.
because they ended the show without the line.
Oh no.
But
Okay.
no. There's a reason for this. That's yours, and
That's
nobody
mine,
else can
baby.
do.
Yeah. That's it. There you have it.
Nobody else can do that. That is fucking Paul Fitzsimons, and I will not be for it.
I delivered that line today as well at the end of the show too.
Yeah. That is
Yeah.
there's nobody ever going to be able to copy that. So that is 100% Paul Fitzsimons, and I will never
That's
ever
it.
end
I
the
have a
show if I
copyright
post
now.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is fucking A1U. It's your catchphrase. I've got my little sign off fucking wave kind of thing.
Saint
but,
Valentine,
no.
yeah, that's the one.
Yeah,
Or Saint
that is fun.
Augustine, is it? Augustine.
Yeah.
Joan, true warriors will never come from the ranks of those whose existence is dependent on the preservation of the current conditions.
Fact. Yeah. Good stuff, John.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, good stuff.
Right.
Joan.
I'm going to say
Martin,
good night to you. Night all.
Thank you very much, mate. I'll talk to you later. Cheers, bro.
No problem.
Wait.
We'll talk to you.
Wait. I removed him and he removed himself again, and then yeah. But fair play, thanks very much. And listen, we wouldn't have had a show if it wasn't for him, so fair play to him. I didn't get back till very late. And I was trying to see, can I download these? Oh, hold on. Wait, let me see. Play. Hold on, I have this here. It's just... Just bear with me for a second. I'm just seeing, we were talking there a while ago about that barrister fella talking about the stuff that we could. Where are you? Come on. Okay. I'm just going to share this, and just in the comments there, if you can give me a thumbs up, just to let me know that you can hear it, because I'll have to pull down the others now as well. So I'll just play this and give me a thumbs up there if you can hear it.
It's very, very important that you understand that all a guard is allowed to do, their role, their law-abiding peacekeeper's role, right, is to apply the laws of the land and to ensure that there is no damage to persons or property or all that kind of stuff, right? You haven't done anything like that, right? It's really, really important that everybody understands, right, that the guard is not entitled to say you committed a crime.
Okay, that's that one there. I'm going to play the next one. Just bear with me. Close that down. Not two.
Sorry, the bloody message cut off on me. So I was saying there, the guard is not entitled to say that you have committed a crime. All right? They're allowed to gather evidence. They're allowed to make an accusation. They can arrest you on suspicion. Okay? And what they do is they take all that evidence. They'll say he did this, this, and this. We believe he did this, this, and this, right? This is what we've seen. This is the video evidence. This is him here in that place or whatever, right? That goes to the DPP, and the DPP then decides to break charges. All you have done is park your car in the middle of a road, right? But there is no definition of a blockade. There is no criminal offence of creating a blockade, okay? Other than under the Road Traffic Act, right? And it's a fine. It's a what's it called? Fine. There's no fucking sentencing or anything. All this, it's all bullshit, okay? What I would like, though, is that every one of you understands, right, that out of this, right, the Standards in Public Office need to have an investigation into Micheál Martin and Simon Harris into how they thought it was okay and legal for them to apply the public order unit, the army, and pepper spray, etc., on peaceful protesters, right? Yeah. When clearly there is an issue, because the second that they make a change in policy, you've won this, right? Because there was an issue, because they changed the fucking policy, right? So it's their fucking problem. So SIPO will be all over them. You can take a civil case against them as well, by the way. Any guards that have sprayed pepper spray on peaceful protesters today, they're in breach of this.
There's no picture.
Okay? Peaceful protesters. Nobody got hurt. Nobody started anything. Nobody did anything. They are not allowed to fucking do that, right? You can play this back for a guard, by the way. And lastly, I want to say to you, right, do not, resist anything with them, whatever. If they arrest you and they want to interview you and all that kind of stuff, right? Legal aid. I want a lawyer. I'm applying for legal aid. Legal aid will apply to you, right? And then you can go to court and you can apply for the whole case to be covered by the state, because it's the national interest, okay? The national interest and the right to protest, okay? There is no legal definition of a blockade. Where are they fucking coming from? The commissioner has been on TV saying that you created blockade. That's slander. They're creating a narrative that you've committed a crime when you haven't been convicted of a crime. Do you understand? It's so easily done, okay? As I said to you, lay this back to a guard. They haven't a fucking clue what they're doing, Tom. They have not got a clue. They don't know where they're at with this. Their heads are up their arses. They're just trying to clear the roads. And what they're trying to do then is to let everybody off with everything, because it's going to be too messy. Okay? Don't worry about it. But as I said to you, by all means, spread this out.
Sorry, one other thing, pal, and this is an absolute fucking beaut, right? The accusations that have been made by government ministers in the media that it's far right and criminal elements and all that kind of stuff, right? That all applies directly to you, right? That prejudices your right to a fair trial, okay? You cannot be charged over this stuff, okay? Don't worry. So, Whitegates, right? A couple of things. Whitegates is a private business, right? So, did Whitegates call the police in? Did Whitegates call the army in, right? Why were they present in a private business? Okay, that's number one. It is a piece of critical infrastructure, but it asks that question, right? Okay. The second thing is, all those people that were injured in Whitegates today because of because of Garda actions, right? Take photos, and every one of them sit down tonight while it's fresh and write down exactly what happened, where they were in the queue, what time it was, what was said to them, what they said to the fucking guard, okay? And then the other thing is, they all need to submit an FOI for body cameras. Right, all the guards are wearing body cameras. So anyone that turned around and said, so I saw a video on TikTok, for instance, right, where somebody is saying, I'm up against the fence, how are you fucking pushing? And the guards still continue to push. That guard needs to be fired, right? That is use of excessive force, and it's criminal assault. That's what that guard did. The second the guy said, I cannot comply with your direction because I'm up against the fence, right, he was now being assaulted. He did not have the ability to comply with the Garda direction, and the Garda continued to assault him, to put hands on him, okay? Pepper spray. Pepper spray is not allowed to be used in a peaceful protest, right? Where there has been no rioting, no criminal damage, no damage to property, okay? That's the reality of it, right? It's a breach of the Geneva Convention. So the guards breached your constitutional right to a peaceful protest, okay? They're open to claims. Every single one of those people that got pepper sprayed, right? If they didn't lift a finger to a guard, if they didn't say, I'm not complying with a direction, right? And none of them could have complied with the direction because the guards were standing in the entrance and the lads were standing in the back in. So for a guard to say, we're pushing you back 10 feet, right, which is what they announced on a megaphone, that means that they're inserting them further into the private property, not into the public road, okay? This stuff is beautiful. You have so many claims. So for all the protesters, everybody needs to submit a SIPO against Harris and Jim O'Callaghan, Harris and Helen McAtee and Micheál Martin. Okay? You need to gather evidence of attempts to communicate before the protest. So you wrote to, like we've all seen that Simon Harris document, right? This was sent at such and such a time. It was delivered via this method. Okay? So email, it was sent to this email, about, right? Okay, you all need to then say at a meeting on such and such a date in Portlaoise, it was decided that if there was no engagement from the government, we would move forward with a protest, right? And at no point did the protest lead to any sort of criminal damage, civil unrest, or anything like that. Okay. However, the individual's right to a peaceful protest was violated by the government when they deployed the guards, right? The 4 E's are not a legal principle, by the way. They're not held in law. They're a guidance, okay? So there is no automatic entitlement of a guard to go to enforcement. They're not allowed to enforce something that hasn't happened, all right? It's absolutely, as I said to you, this is going to be a kick in the nuts for them, right? But it's super important. Everybody gets a claim in. Everybody writes the SIPO, right? Everybody gets a solicitor, one solicitor to cover you all, okay? Because all those guys that are in Whitegates that were pepper sprayed, there's thousands of euro coming to those guys, right? Anybody that was defamed in the news, so Mr. Gagan, think of his first name, right? Who released that information about his personal tax affairs? And why was that done? Okay, that's a criminal offence, right? So make a complaint to the guards. Okay, so he goes to his local guard station. He says, on such and such a date, newspapers obtained this information. I'd like to make a complaint against that newspaper, and I believe the Office of the Revenue Commissioner, right? And that'll spoon off into another claim for him, right? The commissioner on the radio this evening said that you are criminals. They said you're committing criminal offences, right? No, you're not. You haven't committed a criminal offence. They've prejudiced any possibility of you having a trial, and the Garda commissioner does not decide what an offence is. The DPP makes a charge, and the judge decides what an offence is. So since when is the Garda commissioner a judge, right? They've all completely outstepped their roles, right? And then, as I said, the last thing is the government's right under Article 6.1, or sorry, not right, commitment under Article 6.1. The position that they're holding means that they have to listen to all people. There is no legal precedence for ignoring a non-organised body, right? So they cannot turn around and refuse to engage with a group because they're not an organised group, in inverted commas, right? Well, I'm hearing all this stuff and I'm going, there's a claim, there's a claim, there's a claim, there's a claim, right? So nobody's going to get charged with anything, and it'll be the government will go, look, we all had a bad day, we're going to let everything slide. Don't let it fucking slide.
There you have it, people. Like, that guy seems to know what he's doing. Like, if he's, listen, if anyone knows who he is, get me his number and I'll send him I'll have a chat with him. We try and bring him on. And, you know, listen, they battered innocent people who were peaceful. That used to be against the law. What changed? What changed was a tyrannical government, guys. Your dad should put a claim in, Paul. Yeah, and listen, I know I've said that we said we would, but he's nearly 79 now. You know what I mean? He's whatever. He's like, would he be able to go through this shit? Going through courts against coppers, and they just make your life hell. Like, you know what I mean? So I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, we still have a year to do it. So yeah, we'll see. Free Enoch Book, yeah, do free Enoch Book, yeah. Philip McGauley, sorry, Philip. Sorry, in Belfast, they will protest every day from 12 noon starting tomorrow, Monday. Fair play, guys. In Belfast, they're going to protest every day from 12 noon starting tomorrow. Chris Bourne, sorry. Fair play to that man. Yeah. When the one that makes the law breaks the law, then there is no law. Exactly. Now you have it. Well done, John Capone. Constitutional right. Garda Commissioner saying you are guilty before you've been arrested, charged, or put on trial. It's a joke. Yes, but they turned around and said that it was a blockage. There was no blockage. Sorry, they made that word up. We didn't make that. It was a peaceful protest. That's it. Sorry, and that's what they did, and that's how they got the public. And I got to be honest with you, they haven't got the public on board on this. Like, everyone you talk to, I don't care. Like, I was on the bus today going in. The bus driver I was talking to about it, he said, nah, they need to get back out. They need to do this. They need to do that. As I said, guys, the port tunnel, they're inside the port. They're down at East Wall. They're not letting you in or out. So if you come in from the port tunnel side and you block the port tunnel and you come down the East Wall Road from Fairview, and you just stop your trucks there and go in for a pint or go in for wherever in the tavern. That's what you do. You stop your trucks there. You stop them on the East Wall Road, and you stop them on the far side of the toll. Drive into the port tunnel, and that's where you leave it. Nothing gets in, nothing gets out. If it was me, if I was the devil, that's what I'd do. You know what I mean? If I was the man that was organising this, That's where I'd put the tractors and the trucks tomorrow. In the port tunnel, nothing gets in, nothing gets out. East Wall Road. And if you just want to come in the other side from the East Link, block the East Link as well. Nothing gets out of Dublin then, lads. That's simple as that. I know it sounds easy and all of that, but put your heads together, lads. That's what you need to do. Let's hope they don't have to bring in the military in the north. Shit show then, yeah. Well, they've already brought down the northern lads because they weren't Irish. They're not Irish lads. I'm being honest with you. I've seen these people. And you know how I think they wear brown boots. Okay, as mad as that seems, you look at any of them riot squad, a lot of them, you know what I mean, are wearing black boots, but there's a couple of them wear brown boots. And I think they're the Nordies, the one in the brown boots, and that's how they're distinguished. I might be wrong, but from an observer, that's how I think it's being done. Enoch Walk family should have been an eye opener for the Irish. Yeah, I know. Did you see the video of a woman and a man passing by the protest calling them bastards? He will box the head off them, apparently. She's a guard. I didn't see it, no. Nobody sent me out now saying, I think we'll finish up because, hold on there for a minute. I just got a video sent in to me there. 30-second clip. Let me see. Can I play this one? But, what's that one now? Let the people see. Okay, this is only 30 seconds. Happy days. This was from Joan. Fair play to Joan. I don't know what it is, but how life will look in 2050. Seriously? Okay, this is 30 seconds. I'll just show this. Okay. Bada bing, bada boom. We'll finish up. Yeah.
Medical. Now we go from the extinction of phones to the eradication of death. Well, by 2050, the finality of death may be a thing of the past. With the brain connected to a computer through BCI technology, the information stored in our brains can be transferred into a hard disk like computer files. That means the data, including memories, can be retrieved and uploaded into another being, maybe a more advanced humanoid robot. This way, the best minds in every field will be preserved and able to continue working on innovation. Medical. Now we go from the extinction of phones to the...
Thanks for that, Joe. That's a bit frightening, isn't it? To be honest with you. Wow. That is frightening. Daniel, if that happens, then the war in all countries yet. Well, listen, guys, I thought this was going to be the end of it. But now, if this is not sorted in the coming days, it's going to resort to the other way, you know, the way we don't want to go. Burnt out tanks again. Yeah. That's it, lads. Drive in your slurry things and just drop them in the port tunnel in the morning. If you're rear decent children that want the best for Ireland, you're called a traitor by spastic drug addicts. From Dublin out the comment here. I will never step down for my people. Some lads are thick as. Sorry, okay. Called by traitor or by spastic drug addicts from Dublin allowed to comment here. The comment in here, I don't know anyone who's a drug addict or a traitor or a spastic drug. Come on. I don't know whether you do yourself, but hey, listen. Fitz at 76. Oil has jumped $10 per barrel in the last 40 minutes. You must have made a killing, you bastard, did you? I think people are sadly realizing that evil is rampant. The government and Gardaí are not our friends. No, you're right, they're not. And now I'm just going to get myself ready here. Boom, bada bing, bada boom. Let's get me man in. There you are. Yeah. It's that time again, people. Islamic people's legal rights don't always hold up anymore because the guards will find something or some way of charging them. That's it. And they can't charge you. Then they will tell you that we're taking your kids off you and we're going to bring them to Tulsa, and they frighten the shit out of you that way. So that's how they get you. They get you every way. I thought they wanted to depopulate. Yeah. Thanks, Paul, for your report this afternoon and tonight. No problem, Rose. That's cool. Thanks very much. It's nice to be appreciated. She was pretending to be an ordinary citizen, acting like kids. It took so long, apparently. Was this the copper one today, was it? They will enforce digital ID and you're reliant on then issue Neuralink. And if you don't accept it, they will turn off your phone signal. Yeah. That's it, guys. We're nearly finished there. What colour is God's skin? Same colour as mine. Yeah, John Flynn. It all starts with a digital wallet. Yeah, I agree. I agree, John. God's skin is white. God's skin is white. Yeah, same as me. Kevin Coyle. Oh, yeah, Ireland. Fair play to you, Kev. Thanks for watching. Thanks, Paul. No problem, John. Well, guys, did you hear any more about the church being in Ballycastle? Local Muslims intimidated the priest until he stopped the ringing of the Angelus bell. It's disgusting. We need people in the areas to go in and stop these Muslims from tormenting anyone. Simple as. But okay, people, I'm going to love you and leave you tonight. And thanks very much. And I'm sorry I hadn't got loads of videos ready or anything else ready. It was just the day that was in it. We were out, we were everywhere, we were doing what we had to do. And thank you everyone who tuned in today and Friday and last Wednesday. Like the 3 lives were very good. They went very well, I have to say. And thanks for tuning in tonight. And like I say, every night, the truth is like a lion. You don't have to defend it. You just let it loose and it will defend itself. Good night and God bless everyone. Take care. Don't forget, block the tunnel tomorrow. Nobody gets in. Nobody gets out. Night and God bless. Take care.